I'm standing here outside of an In-N-Out Burger after the Memorial Day weekend where you run parts of the Western States course. I guess just to make a pretty uninteresting point, but I think an important one nonetheless, and that is that it's really what happens after you run the race in some sense that kind of all makes it worth it. Also, if you don't make it, feel confident that life does go on and there are other things to enjoy. This is what I did to enjoy myself after running a large part of the course, and I was hoping I could pass along a few things that would help you if you're getting ready to run it, especially if you're a first-time runner. So really quickly and off the top of my head, I was just going to go through 3 things that might help you out. The very first thing is, if you can, invent time travel, go back in time and do the parts of the course, because actually getting out on the course will help you enormously. If you can't make it to the Memorial Day training run, or the one they do in February, sorry I don't know the date offhand, make sure that you at least get out and look at the course. If you don't see the course until the first time you set foot on it, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you, a lot more challenging. The second thing that you really ought to do to help you, well, I'll combine two things that are kind of important. Realize that these are not road miles that you're running, and if you're not used to running on trails, especially if you're not running on trails where there are large descents, large ascents, which means going down and uphill basically, you should try and practice that as much as possible. I'm from Illinois, and there aren't a lot of hills that are as long as the ones I've just run up and down. I mean, these go for miles and miles. But if you do hill repeats, or you can find rocky and treacherous parts of trails that are around you to practice running up and down them, that will be a big help. And as I just said, these aren't road miles, so don't be too concerned with how you pace yourself as you go up and down them. It's going to take you a lot longer to get through each mile than it will if you're running a marathon. The third and final point I want to make, just to wrap it up and to hopefully help you out if you're really intimidated by the course, if you've maybe made it in on the lottery and this is your first chance and you're not sure if you're going to be able to finish, is really just look for yourself. Look to yourself for inspiration. It's challenging. It's rough. I've never done it before. I hope I make it to the finish line, but there are no guarantees. But I do know one thing: after this weekend, going through the course and seeing what I'm in for, I've been through tougher things in my life, and I'm sure you have too. Try and draw on some sense of inner strength when you remind yourself that whatever you're going through on race day, and I imagine as tired as I am now, having run, 70 miles over the last 3 days, it's probably going to be a little bit of different kind of tired the very last 20 or so miles on the actual race day. If I'm lucky enough to make it there, and I really hope that I am, remind yourself that no matter how tough it is, you've done things that are harder. This is not the ultimate challenge that you have to face. In fact, if you are interested in doing it because it's a challenge, it's probably because you know you're up to the challenge. So look to yourself and remind yourself that you are definitely tough enough, you're strong enough, and even if you don't make it, and a lot of people don't, but most do, you're strong enough to take on the challenge and to see it through, and if you don't get it the first time, you can come back. Okay, just 3 quick points to help you out. I do have a couple videos up elsewhere that might be helpful. They are the climbs up Devil's Thumb and Michigan Bluff. I hope my attempts at witty banter don't offend you too much, but you might want to check those out. They are an opportunity to see the course, if nothing else. Best of luck to you. If you're watching this and you recognize me, hope I see you at the finish line.